Here with Tori Thomas, the Illinois legend, at the UCS Spirit National Pole Vault Summit. Although with incredible talent from around the globe, I always say to the Chapels and to Jeff Hartwig and Brian Yokoyama, it should be the International Pole Vault Summit. And a woman who has represented the United States already at the World University Games, and obviously, like I said, a legend for the Illini. 440. Obviously, it's fantastic to be able to see you and Molly and Sydney and in that group. It's like maybe when some of the more established American veterans are here, but not vaulting, that we get to see like this great group of the most recent elite All-Americans in college. They kind of have center stage tonight. Just what are your takeaways overall as a woman that's competing here for the first time? Like, how did the reality match up to what everybody told you in advance, Tori?
Oh my gosh, I was not prepared, but I was. I mean, last time I've been here was about 5 years ago. I was jumping not even 12 feet yet, so I went, I think, 11, 10.
Yeah.
So looking up to these athletes and now finally being one of those athletes and living up to it has been a huge honor. I mean, it's amazing jumping with the people I looked up to, and now I'm one of them, and I'm able to inspire younger athletes as well, and it's amazing to be a part of it. I mean, it inspires me to jump high like I do now, and being here is the perfect meet to do it.
Absolutely, and I'm so glad. When I say debut, I mean in the women's elite competition. You obviously have been on these runways before at the Reno Sparks Livestock Event Center. When you think about that Tori Thomas versus now, I mean, again, like I said, you improved so much in high school, and then found extraordinary levels representing Illinois. But have you at all, since you've been here, like reflecting on that woman that came here and like was trying to get to 12 feet, and the woman that you are now, which is one of the brightest young vaulters in America?
Yeah, I mean, ever since I knew I was coming here, I mean, the first thing I thought of was when I went here taking pictures with all of these athletes, meeting Mondo for the first time and Sam Kendricks and everyone, and then I'm like, one day I'm gonna be like that, and so it motivated me. I thought about it, and I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna be that motivation. I want to inspire, and so yeah, I've been thinking about it every day. I've loved this meet, and yeah, it's an honor to be here.
You're such an incredible ambassador, not just for women's pole vaulting at Illinois and in the Big Ten, and obviously in the NCAA, but you get to be a mentor and an ambassador in a different way here. Like when you're in a round table and there's all like these bright eyes and and smiles, just like you were a half a decade ago. Like, just how powerful is that for you, that they're like literally asking you these questions when you used to ask the Katies and the Sandys and the Mondos and the Sams, those type of questions, and they're literally like looking up to you with so much reverence, because you're one of the great athletes and student athletes in Illinois track and field history, and one of the great All-Americans recently in the NCAA. Like to be able to have them as your captive audience, like how empowering is that for you, Tori?
It is huge. I think that's my biggest inspiration. I mean, being in those shoes before, I want to give every piece of knowledge I can give. I mean, I don't know where else it's going to go. I want to be able to live through them also. I want to be able to provide information. I mean, that's what I'm here for, and I'm willing to ask or answer any questions, help out with anything, and it motivates me too. When I ask them or tell them something, I'm also working on it too, so I can relate. I've been through the injuries, the switching schools when I first started, staying at schools, coaches, vaulting, and now being at the elite level, being able to tell them that experience is amazing, and it inspires me to keep going.
Absolutely. I mean, you've been in some of the most incredible stadiums and venues, both domestically and internationally, in your career. For someone who has not had the blessing of experiencing this, either as a high school student athlete or now as a professional student athlete, like just when you're going down that runway and you get the clearance, right, and everybody just like springs to their feet, and you get to throw T-shirts, and and just feeling so much love and so much respect and recognition and adoration, like for how do you compare that to some of the great stages and great opportunities that you've had in your pole vaulting career?
I mean, being in the NCAA, going to those large meets, they're very similar. I know I don't get to throw out T-shirts at NCAAs, but I do get to sign.
But they get to throw you medals.
They do, and they look pretty cool too. Yeah. And so hopefully it motivates me for those medals in the future as well. Huge inspiration. I love it. I think that's my biggest motivation. And I know I've said it a million times, but it really is. It's a great environment. Being professional now, and Yeah, I've always wanted one of those T-shirts, and now I want to be able to give those T-shirts out.
And then you get to sign the autographs and take the photos to go along with it because you're a celebrity, Tori Thomas. Last thing, because it is your third meet, how do you feel about just kind of like how things are, one training session building on top of another, one meet building on top of another? I mean, obviously it's a long year, and I hope that you are healthy and thriving well into the summer, not only domestically but internationally as well. But how do you feel like things have built from competition 1 to 2 to 3 tonight?
I mean, vaulting for almost 15 years now, if not more. I've known my routine. It might take me a couple meets to warm up, but when I hit it, I'm going to hit it. I will hit it, and I won't question it. And so now I think this was my final, we're hitting it,
right?
And now we're just nonstop now. So.
And in that aspect of hitting it, is 15 just in your mindset, in your setting goals, and you manifesting, what you want 2026 to look like? Is for you, as a woman who has now been there and done that, is that hoping to be the expectation and the norm, and not just at a championship?
So I've been told by my head coach, if you shoot for the stars, you're definitely going to land on the moon. So for me, when I set goals, I don't set an exact mark. I don't say 50 feet. I say 16 feet plus.
Okay.
So if you shoot for a mark, you have so much more potential to shoot for more, but why stop yourself? So there's no limit to pole vault. So when I set a goal, 16 feet plus. I want, eventually, it's still, to this day, when I started vaulting, I want to hit a world record. I'm never lowering my expectations or goals. They're going to stay there, and I'm going to keep shooting for them. Awesome.
You certainly elevated yourself tonight. As I said, a woman who has already been at the UCS Spirit National Pole Vault Summit, but making her big debut tonight in the women's elite competition. And those two words, elite competition, will be synonymous for the rest of Tori Thomas's career. Lord willing, health providing. Tori, great to see you tonight, and best luck going forward.
Great seeing you too. Thank you so much.